Whoa, what's happening?
I just want you to get the money shot.
Yeah, you gave me that upside down Spider-Man kind of look, dude. That's what I thought that was for a second. Let's see. And the Twitch stream is still 720. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I think it's the Zoom output, dude. Like, I think you can only do so much with Zoom.
But it's like, it doesn't even have an option to go to 1080 on Twitch, even though I increased the bit rate. So, like, what does that mean? Like, where? Maybe it's in our Twitch settings? Like, I don't know.
I don't even know anymore.
It frustrates me, though, you know? Like, I really just want... Like,
dude.
shouldn't there be somewhere that's like...
You have a high level of expectations, and
I only want the best, and
we'll
it's
figure it
like,
out.
yeah, I don't... It's not happening. I gotta look into this more. I thought I had it.
All right.
Whatever.
We're live though, right?
Yeah, we're live. We're good.
YouTube,
we're live on both of
All
them.
right. Watch the YouTube chat, homie.
I will.
Because they pop off. I was like, YouTube was telling me, how come you guys don't acknowledge me anymore? And I was like,
have
that's
a lot
weird.
of trouble keeping up with YouTube. That's me. That's my
It's because
be-all.
it's because it's so popular, you know? I get it.
Yeah, it's too crazy. It's like, you know, it's like fighting the ocean. Good luck.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let me do. Did you notice the the Apple Podcast transcribers got the recording started on this week's?
No, I didn't hear that.
No, you have to. You'll see.
Recording in
But
progress.
that's like
All
part
right.
of the vibe for us. It's okay.
You ready, my G?
Yeah, I hit it, man.
All right. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA. My man.
Nice.
What's up, dude?
Dude. Living it up as per usual. I've been hitting the books this week, feeling very studious and productive. Not gonna lie, it feels kind of good. It feels good taking notes.
Ooh,
You know?
What are you taking notes on?
I'm taking this, you know, I'm trying to bolster my career prospects here. And so I've been doing like an online certification for project management and stuff, which is not super, you know, fun or sexy, but I actually find it really interesting. And it's just funny, like, you know, in your 30s doing math and like having to like take notes on stuff and like have it make sense and refer back to it. It's like a itch I haven't scratched in a long time. Not gonna lie, it feels kind of good.
Well, hey, you're bettering yourself.
That's right.
You're doing it, dude, and that's kind of nice.
Doing it from home on my couch. I have like a Twitch stream on in the background muted so I can still focus. I'm like learning the way that I want to, you know, this is how it's supposed to be. It was pretty good.
That job fair inspired you.
It really, really activated me, man. And it's like, it's funny because I think, gosh, I have a haircut this week. I don't know if you noticed this. I have a
I saw this.
haircut. I
saw
feel
the sides.
so much better. Yeah, I'm like clean again. My hats feel good again. I'm like a new man, right? And I'm like, had I brought this fresh haircut to that job fair, I would have been like having to fight them off because I think I would have been so successful. But I waited to unleash myself until this week. But it's okay.
Wait. So, what was the worst? You don't have to name the company. That'd be kind of cool if you did. But what was the lamest company that was there?
Well, one that I thought was kind of weird was there was like a entire booth dedicated to being a surrogate mother. And I was like,
No.
that doesn't seem like a career fair booth, you know? That was like weird to me, at least. I don't know. Maybe that's like a career path that people take. But it's just like there was one that was like sales. There was like an Air Force one. You know, there's one for like to work at the cemetery. There's like all this different stuff. And then there's just like be a surrogate today. Like not going to that booth. You know, they're not interested.
I mean,
I told my girl to stay away too. So don't go near that purple booth. It's trouble.
yeah, I'm not. Look, dude, you and your girl are probably happy. Probably. I'm gonna just
Try.
maybe. Like at best, you'll tolerate it. At best,
We're okay.
okay. Eventually, like, once in a while, you'll say hi to each other, passing each other in the hallway.
Yeah,
You're
in the
all right.
kitchen. We see each other in the
But-
kitchen a lot.
I don't think you should knock off surrogate mom for her because I feel like with the right people, you'd be making some good money.
You could make some pretty good freaking money, but
I know.
it's a long 9 months, I think, and you're not even getting, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's better. I'm saying you're not even getting the kid at the end, which is like the whole point of it. But maybe it's better. It's like you don't have to deal with a kid, and now you have a pile of money. So it's like that's even more fun, But it seems like a lot. It's a lot to take on. I would never put that on her. We'll see if
Yeah.
she comes to that decision herself. Maybe.
Look, I'm not saying this is a cool move, but I'm saying it's a move, which is 5 months into the pregnancy, she could be like, you know what? I could just start smoking cigarettes and drinking wine coolers, or you could, for an extra $5,000 a month, your girl will stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair bartering chip.
Yeah, you already got them locked in, right? So you
Yeah.
can really start extorting them at that point. Maybe, dude. Maybe.
Yeah.
There's got to be some long contracts with that kind of stuff. I didn't really get into it, but there's some other things. She had an interview actually. She got an interview out of there, and it went well. She went today, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Nice, dude.
That's what it's all about,
Well,
dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's
I'm
up with
happy
you, man? How are you doing?
I feel like I've talked about my injury for the last 70 hours, like 7 hours
Everybody
of the show.
just keeps
so-
asking you. Oh, you mean on the show? Yeah.
Like, on the show. So I don't want to go into too much detail, but I will tell you a couple things.
Okay.
The surgery happened last Thursday, so we're sitting about a week, almost a week removed from the
Yeah.
surgery, and it's in. I mean, you've been through surgery in the last couple of years, so you kind of know this, which is you go get checked in. I don't know if it was like this for you, but they sent me home right away.
Yeah, I was there for like a day after, and then I went
You
home.
stayed a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I go into a surgical center. So it's a place where they just do surgeries and they turn you out real quick.
Yeah.
And it's quick. It's a fast thing because for a ruptured Achilles, it's about 45 minutes to an hour of the surgery.
It's
And
crazy. It's pretty fast.
the one thing they do, and I guess this is not a Achilles specific thing, it's just a surgery specific thing, is they bring the anesthesiologist, or is that an anesthesiologist?
Pretty close. Yeah.
And you'll tell him or her, and you'll tell the nurse your name, your birthday, what time the train goes by in Glendale, which is 7:38, which you can hear every Wednesday live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Right on
however
time
your
for the show.
podcast, or on Twitch, just right on time.
Yeah.
And they'll ask you what surgery you're doing and which extremity is it for, and you repeat it, so I guess they don't fuck up, right?
That's happened to somebody.
It's happened to somebody.
Yeah.
And at some point, like, I meet the anesthesiologist, and they walk me in, and I don't know what they give you. It's like it's like that Michael Jackson milk that killed him, dude.
It's
'Cause
strong.
that shit puts you out, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, the good stuff is gonna start, and it's dripped through the IV.
Did
Kinda
they
like,
tell you? Did they tell you to like count backwards or whatever? Because that's what they told me. They gave me a mask and they said count in your head, and then I woke up later.
See, you got a mask. I didn't get a mask.
Yeah. Interesting.
They just put the IV in me, and I just like a switch, dude. Just
Yeah.
went out.
Isn't that crazy? That shit's dripping in you for like 10 seconds. You're gone, dude.
I
You're
was
gone.
I was on a Michael Jackson shit. I was like,
Yeah.
milk, mommy, milk. It's like what he was asking his doctor for. I was like, milk.
You're lost,
I had
dude.
I had that MJ milk, dude, just running
Yeah.
through my veins, and I got knocked out. And then I wake up, and I'm just groggy as fuck. And I said, oh, and they said, do you know where you are? And I said, yeah. It's funny because before I went into surgery, some dude in the other tent or whatever was fucked up. He was just like, you know?
Yeah.
So I was thinking that was going to be me. Instead, it was I was fine, and I said, "Oh, we're just waiting for your ride." And I said, "Oh, can I just watch shit on my phone?" And I just put on 30 Rock, and then I just
There, you're back,
and
dude.
I'm back,
He's
baby.
fine.
Your boy's back. The kicker, the fun part is they put blockers in you too. The blockers is so you don't feel anything in your ankle from where you had surgery. So I couldn't feel anything in my left foot.
Wait. What is that? Is it like an epidural or something, or is it like where was it? Could you see it?
I know. I think it's like an injection that
Oh,
goes into my ankle, so I couldn't feel anything.
okay.
I couldn't move my toes. I couldn't really. I can move my
Both
foot
sides.
as a whole, but I can't feel it. If I was dragging my toes on the floor, I couldn't feel it.
Both sides, or just the one that you got operated on?
Just the one I got
Oh,
operated
that
on.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just zonked out, and I'm just not feeling my best self. And I've been at home pretty much for the last since last Thursday. I've just been
Living it
fucking
up.
chilling, dude. And it's I feel very loved. I feel very, I'm very thankful and grateful
Okay.
for everything that the Guatemalan has done. My parents have been here, so they've been taking care, like they've been taking turns, and the Guatemalan's taken on a huge helping load, and I appreciate that. I do.
Okay.
It sucks.
Oh, is there a butt
it,
coming
it,
here?
it's well, it sucks because you're so dependent because I can't put weight on my ankle. I can't do anything like that.
Yeah.
So I have crutches I get around with. I have the scooter which doesn't work in the apartment because it's too tight. I don't live.
Yeah.
I know people are thinking when you listen to Live and Talk in LA, we live in some
Like
palatial
a mansion
estate.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case, and it's
We're still
so
humble beginnings right now.
I'm using my crutches to get around, and it's hard for me to take something in my hand and walk with it. It's hard for me to take a shower because I can't have a shower chair, and I have to be helped into the shower chair in order to get started. It's very,
Yeah.
it's yeah, you know, it sucks.
You don't feel super strong getting helped into the shower. It's kind
No,
of a
dude.
weird vibe.
It's
Yeah.
it's a weird vibe, and again, I understand the premise. It's temporary. You
Yeah.
feel, but it's just at some point you're like 4 days in, you're like, dude, where's the end zone here? Like I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
whether that's death or it's the the recovery. I'm just existing, right? And I'm becoming this is where I start to realize no wonder conspiracy theorists start to happen because
Oh no.
you're just sitting at home and you're reading Reddit comments. You're like, man, I've been home all the time, but this guy's kind of right. Maybe I should join his his cause.
Started to
His
get
far
weird, dude.
his deep right, deep internet shit. I'm like, yeah, this Janet Jackson might be onto something. That Kamala Harris is half white. So
You're
this is
eating
where
it
I
up. Okay.
yeah.
You're
So
in the
this is where I
dark
start
web.
yeah, the dark web. So this is where I
Okay.
start with the podcast with my manifesto to join my militia, and to tell the government to fuck off. And it's only 20 minutes. So I'll read it to you right now. No,
I'm in, dude.
yeah, but it's a slog, dude.
Yeah.
Next week, hopefully, I get my cast off.
Okay.
And they'll have a check and everything. I feel okay. I was taking like Tylenol with codeine mixed into it, so I felt like
Ooh.
Future, the rapper, and I was like,
Yeah.
so
You're
it was kind of
mixing
kill.
things? That's kind
It
of
was
dangerous a little bit, I think. No?
it
It's
was
kind of
killing the
cool.
pain, bro. It was killing the pain,
Yeah, I bet, dude.
and but you can only take it so much because that shit you get backed up.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah. That's the one thing that they don't talk about codeine in lean is that you get super constipated. So when Lil Wayne almost died on it, they say it was a seizure, but I think he was just super constipated, and I think that's what almost killed Wheezy F Baby. Please save the baby. So
You don't want to
I'm
die with anything poop related, dude.
yeah. So I'm trying to
You gotta
get
spread
off
it
the
out.
codeine, but dude, everything takes forever to do.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like getting up, I have to roll out of bed, worry about my left foot, and it sucks, dude.
Is there any good parts to this? Is there anything you're enjoying? I mean, have you watched it? You've been watching caught up on all your movies.
Um,
Um,
I've become the
are you learning
the
any new
Guatemalan
skills like
the
rapping or something?
Guatemalan watches Kelly and Mark. Do you know what Kelly and Mark is?
No.
It was back in my time. It was Regis and Kathy. Do you remember Regis and Kathy?
Yes.
Then it was Regis and Kelly. Then Regis Philbin stepped away and eventually died. And it was Kelly and Ryan. Then it was Kelly and Michael, and now it's Kelly and Mark Consuelos, her
Wow.
husband.
You got that
It's like
whole timeline down, dude. You're pretty good. It is Kelly and Mark.
yeah. See, don't ever come at me when it's about TV because your boy knows
You,
TV.
you get that daytime TV
Yeah,
locked in. They're married, huh? These two?
they're married. Yeah.
Huh.
So I've been watching a little bit of that every morning because she watches it, and I want our show to be that way.
Mm.
It's super Midwest and super milk toast, and I don't know how you can like they don't offend anybody. They just are who they are, and people think they're like this is how people get their form of entertainment. It's kind of odd, dude.
People watch this. Yeah, I should check
Yeah,
this out. I have YouTube TV. I think I can get this.
yeah. Kelly Ripley used to be a babe. She was always like tight, like just like tiny and skinny, but like
Yeah,
now
she's
she's
cute.
old and tiny and skinny. But like Mark Consuelos is like super stud, and then I was like, good on him for being Mark.
He
But
looks like he wears. He looks well. He's different. Every picture, he looks different. I don't know how to get a read on this guy. He's got
yeah,
a tan. His tan cycles a lot. Sometimes he has this kind of really fake looking like Ken doll look, and then sometimes he looks kind of very like Latino, dude. He's
yeah.
got a look about him.
I started watching. I've started a bunch of shows. Um, The Sopranos. I watched the first episode finally, and I want to get into that. I
Carlos
started watching.
approves.
I watched Modern Family. I started watching. I never watched it.
I've never actually intentionally watched Modern Family, only like in passing when it's on or
Yeah,
something. It seems funny.
it's actually a really good show in terms of laughs per minute because that's kind of how shows are, which is how many laughs can you get per minute in a scene. And I actually think it does a really good job. It's not.
Seems like a
It's
you kind of show.
Yeah, I think
I mean that
so.
in a nice way. Like,
Yeah,
seems like you would
it's
like
like
it.
how many laughs per minute do you get while listening to Live and Talk in LA? Have we carried the four
I don't
and
know.
divided by three? I don't know, dude. I don't know if we were getting that,
I
but
don't know if we're keeping up with Modern Family, dude.
like,
You tell me. I don't know. How often do you laugh at Modern Family? You laugh a lot,
yeah, I laugh a lot.
like 30
It's
times.
pretty, I'd probably say about like 15 to 20 times.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think 30 Rock has the most laughs per minute for me.
30 Rock is pretty funny.
30 Rock for me, joke for joke, pound for pound, funniest show
30
I've
Rock is
ever
like kind
seen.
of smart too. I feel like so.
Oh,
You get a little
it's
bit of all that.
yeah, it's super smart.
Hmm.
So, Modern Family, I think it's a really good show where it's I don't want to say it's dumbed down, but it's not trying to be smart like 30 Rock.
Yeah,
And you have all the aspects of like a good family show, and you have Sofia Vergara, which hot
she's
take,
great.
she's kind of hot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a hot take, I know. People are like, I don't know, dude.
You
Like,
might be onto something. She's kind of old, still pretty hot, dude.
yeah, it's Sofia
I feel
Vergara.
like she's kind of hotter now that she's older than when she's younger. Sometimes I see pictures of her when she's like, fresh on the scene, 21,
Hmm.
22. Yeah, for sure, right? Whatever, younger. But I don't know. Something about her. She's aged very well. Good for her.
Yeah. Well, I've done that. Um, started playing Xbox, and I started just watching. I, you're gonna love this one. I got my iPad and I downloaded The Great Gatsby, and I'm gonna try to read it.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to go back
How'd you
in my
pick
high
The Great
school.
Gatsby out of everything? How'd
It
you
was
get there?
it was free when I just started searching books, and I was like, I'll read it. It'll be a good warm up.
Okay.
I tried I tried reading it the other night,
Yeah.
and then me and the Guatemalan were in bed, and like every 3 minutes she would just tell me something. I'm like, I can't read. I can't do this. I have to read
I have to
somewhere
read
else.
a whole page now because you just said one sentence to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
and I was like, it doesn't work.
I'm reading Frankenstein right now, and I'm actually
Mhm.
really enjoying it. And it's funny, I was just telling my girl like yesterday, I was sitting there on the couch reading my book, and I'm like, one of my friends read this recently too, and he was asking me about it. I was like, nah, I didn't really like it. It was not that good. And
Mm.
because I started reading it a while ago and I fell off, and I read it this time, and it's like I really am enjoying it, and I don't know what's different. And I think last time I just read like 10 pages and just got bored and just quit forever, and I just made an opinion off that
Mm.
because I didn't even get anywhere near where I am now, and it's like really good. So I don't know what happened to me before. Your taste can change though. You might like The Great Gatsby later if you find it boring, but I think that might have just not been the right choice for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can
Maybe
bring you
like
my favorite book, dude.
no, I'll
I'll
read
bring you
it
my favorite
and
book, but it's a physical book.
bring it, bro.
Well, next time I see him, I'll bring a book, dude.
Yeah.
Watch. You gonna see.
Uh, in the chat, I can watch My 600 Pound Life for inspiration. How to be stuck at home.
They are pros. Living in one room, these people,
I heard it's kind of odd that there's a show for people who are 600 pounds. Granted, that's the name of the show. Like, it was such an oddity before in the 90s when one person was 500 pounds. It's forever sealed in my head. Like it's seared in my memory of, and it was either Jerry Springer or it was Maury Povich. And there was a guy who they were interviewing. He was so fat he couldn't leave the house. And in order for him to get him out of the house because he had to go to the hospital or go see a vet, I don't know. They had to break down part of his wall in his house.
That's so bad.
And it made me think, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker has a house.
True. How does he have a house? How's he paying for all that food?
I don't know. And it was this predates DoorDash, obviously. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how you were really built different if you got to 600 pounds in the 90s, because you didn't have the conveniences of DoorDash and fast food. Everyone talked
Yeah.
about fast food, but it was, I don't know if it was like a thing of our youth where it was expensive to go out, so nobody went out. You always ate at home. But how did you get to 600 pounds in the 90s?
They had to go out and get food 3 times a day, dude. They had to make those trips. It's dedication. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know that I've ever seen someone that big though. Like you were saying, it's like it was an oddity back then. I think it's still
Yeah.
pretty freaking strange to see somebody that's 500 pounds, right? I just don't know that I've ever seen one. Now I kind of want to, like in person, so I can compare. Because I think, like I'm like not even half of their size. So I would just, I don't know. It seems like an interesting experiment. I'm a third of someone who's 600 pounds.
I got a trick for you. Go to Disneyland.
They don't. People that big don't go to Disneyland, dude. You can't
No,
even
I
get
don't
on
know,
anything.
I don't.
What do they do? Just go
Okay,
for the
okay.
turkey legs.
My TikTok algorithm is gonna punish me for this. All right, because like I still don't understand TikTok, and I will be recommended things that I mark as not interested. I actually take the time and the notifications say not interested.
Right.
I'm not gonna say their name because this is gonna be fucking like this is gonna come across as mean, but it's these girls who are kind of on the plus size. I wouldn't say
Okay.
600 pounds, but they are big girls,
Well,
and they
if they're anywhere near 600 pounds, they're not kind of on the plus size. They are plus size. Let's just at least go. Plus size is not even offensive.
but they're Disneyland influencers and or Disney World influencers,
Okay.
and they go around and then they review places and rides that they can sit down in if they can fit.
I love that actually.
Oh, dude, I'll give you their Instagram. You can watch it
Please
because
send me these
because-
big girls, dude. I want to see. I'm dying
there's
to
some
see
pretty
this.
big people that go to Disneyland, dude. There's some pretty
Okay.
big people. Here's the thing. After we did the show, wait. Oh no, I did Disneyland last week on a bum ankle.
Did you
Guatemala.
really go to Disneyland like that?
Well, before the surgery,
Oh,
the
okay.
the Guatemalan pushed me in a wheelchair.
Well, she just wanted to get on those rides right up to the front, dude. That's why. She was like,
oh,
"How
he-
often this dude gonna be in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
We gotta go."
Like you're in a wheelchair. Oh, look, my husband, he has autism. Put on the headphones, honey. Just put on the headphones. Like no, but they put me in a wheelchair, and I was like looking around. I'm like, oh, I'm in a wheelchair.
So did you go on like Space Mountain and stuff? You just walked right up to the front.
No, I didn't. We had we had annual pictures in front of the pumpkin, which we do for every Halloween,
Okay.
and we got to do it because it was before my surgery.
Okay.
And I I couldn't really do any rides because I didn't want to fuck up my leg anymore. The only crazy one we did was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the cartoon spin.
Is that in Toontown?
It's in Toontown, and then your
Yeah.
boy just starts spinning in a chair, and like that shit was roughing up my leg, dude. I think
Wow.
if I had a partial tear, that ride tore my Achilles.
Finish the job. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
like we ain't done yet. And it was-
Roger is not messing around, dude. So just
No.
get your ass in here. Wow.
he did it to me.
So you
He
just
did
like kind of roamed around and took pictures and ate some food?
We just went around for a little bit, and I looked around, and there were people in scooters. In the chat, they said there's heavy people who take the scooters. They rent scooters,
Yeah.
and they will go.
I'm just really interested in this because I feel like, gosh, just for me to like get up and go somewhere, it's got to be like, I have to be motivated. You know what I mean? Like, and for me to like drive all the way to fucking Disneyland and I'm not even gonna go on any rides, like, because you go all the time. So you know
Yeah.
everything. Like, you're not seeing anything for the first time. You know,
Yeah. Well, I
that's
mean, like,
fascinating to me.
well, here, this is where we always get into argument, me and Guatemala,
Hmm.
because she's like, you don't love Disney, but I push back, and I say, listen, last fucking time, no, but the thing I say is like, I'm not like, oh, I'm watching all the Disney movies, like my bandwidth kind of cut off, and I'll watch things randomly.
Yeah.
But your boy loved going to the park as a kid.
Okay.
It was a thing that my sister took me once a year to do with my parents because my sister worked for Disney at the time, and she would
Nice.
have free passes once a year to go. And I like that like put the Disney park experience in my veins. I love that.
That was your
So
favorite thing to do.
I was down with it as a kid,
Yeah.
and so when I go now, it because I am stuck in the '90s, as you can tell by talking about Regis and Kathy Lee earlier in the show,
And your music tastes.
and my music tastes. I'm kind of stuck in a thing, which is this is what I like, and Disneyland parks is a good place for me because it makes me feel what I felt before.
That's nice.
Because I'm dead inside, bro.
I know it's hard, dude. It's hard
Yeah.
going back to a thing and realizing it's different now or whatever. Like I used to love going to Six Flags. I would go to Magic Mountain all the time. And I used to go on this ride called Flashback. And I would always give my parents shit because they didn't like it and no one wanted to go, but it was my favorite and there was never a line. And
Yeah.
then I went back and tried to go on Flashback and it was a miserable experience. And I was banging my head around the whole time and I was just so unhappy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this ride sucks ass. But I just didn't know. You know, you just don't know stuff like that when you're young. It sounds like you had a great experience, though, and it still is nice for you. So I'm happy for you.
Well,
Maybe that's what
like,
all Disney adults are doing, you know?
I guess so. I mean, they're all repressed and weren't told they were loved as kids or
Something going
something.
on.
There's something a little deeper than that. But like
Yeah.
for me, there was we got there when it opened. We stayed there and we did every ride fucking possible until the
Yeah.
end.
Full day. Yeah.
And every time someone said, "Do you want to watch the fireworks?" I said, "Absolutely not. I want to ride Pirates of the Caribbean because of the 10-minute wait."
Yeah. There's nobody in line right now. This is
No
prime
more.
time.
This is my time to shine, dude. This is what separates the kids from the men from the boys.
I do like those. I used to kind of like those shows. My mom always wants to go to those things. Like they have the Fantasia thing or whatever, you know, where Mickey's like flying around doing stuff in the fountain.
Yeah.
And then they have some other one that uses like mist and stuff, and they have the characters. And I remember that one, something about that one I didn't like, and I was getting real like cagey and weird, and started feeling sick. Like that show was not for me. But the other ones, the ones near the front of the park with the boats, I really like. The one in the back, I think it's California Adventure or something. It makes me feel like a shooting's gonna happen or something. It was weird. I was feeling really weird. So there's like a specific shows that I will go and I won't go in Disneyland. But that's nice, dude. Well, you know what? And good for you. Again, I always say, man, if I'm ever in a wheelchair, I'm going to Six Flags. So, but I'm gonna try and get on a ride. I guess it depends on the conditions and stuff. But it sounds like you're having fun, so that's okay.
Well,
That's what it's about.
someone in the chat says I should get front of the line for being an alcoholic. If fat people can get scooters and all that, self-inflicted disease. So
Do fat people get to go to the front? I thought they just
no,
get to
they
ride
don't.
the scooters.
They get to ride the scooters. You have to have a disability pass.
Yeah.
Like in order to. It's funny because Disney started cracking down on like what is deemed a disability.
Yeah.
Because some of them are obvious, right? Like you have your fucking foot coming out of your head, and like you're Frankenstein,
That's
right?
a big
Like,
one. Yeah.
yeah, that's a big one. Let's say you're fucked itis. There's certain things that they would give passes out for, but over in the last year they started cracking down on people who are cheating. So like they've course corrected so hard that people who who are essentially like living in an iron lung but they can get out aren't getting the passes.
Oh wow, it's hard to get in
Because
then.
yeah, you have to like really have a strong case for it, and it has to fall under the umbrella of what is a disability,
Yeah.
which sucks because some disabilities you don't see.
Right.
Like in like alcoholism, right there. You don't see it until 6 Jaeger bombs into it, and then it starts showing its ugly face.
Yeah. Okay.
But like,
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but okay. Uh-huh.
no, but like in actuality, like some people who are actually deemed like who would get it because of their condition isn't getting it because everyone just started like abusing the system because they'll start saying
Yeah.
I have epilepsies,
They don't give you
And
like a certificate or something that says you have a disease, right? Like that you can bring around to parks to get free stuff or whatever. How do you
no.
prove that even? You got to get your doctor to call Disneyland? What the fuck?
At this point, Disneyland's saying, if you have epilepsy, show me.
Yeah, do it right now.
Do it right
Yeah.
now. We'll get some
Yeah,
strobe
here's a
lights.
strobe light. Go stand over there.
We're gonna do the simulator, and we're gonna start flashing lights. And if you start seizing out, then we'll give you the pass.
And we'll see.
That's kind of what they want to do.
Mm.
But the reason why I bring that up is because one of the rides I actually really like doing, and I'll shut the fuck up and we can kind of start talking about other fun shit. But like is because I've talked about my injury for so long is what I'm saying.
I have something ready, but yeah, go on.
Okay. Is there's a story time boat thing, which is you go through the boat and you see like miniature towns of like Disney movie like scenes and places.
That sounds fun. That sounds
And
peaceful.
it's very peaceful. It's very chill, and like you can't understand when people are talking in a microphone because they're talking like this, and and they're just going through the motions, which makes me laugh even more because you don't know what the fuck they're saying, but they're supposed to narrate everything around you.
I have to do this like 100 times a day.
And they are
Poor
talking
people.
and to your left, and it's just mumbled, and I get a big kick out of that.
Yeah.
But I was walking, I walked out of my wheelchair. I pulled myself out
Did everybody start
had a-
clapping?
and had a cane, and then Walt Disney's
Yes.
cryogenically frozen head came out of nowhere and said, "Get this man a stiff drink.
Hmm.
This guy's a real one." No, like, and then the guy saw me and he's like, "Oh, you can't come in here because exit only, and it's only for like for." He didn't say
It's only for
disabled.
exiting.
Yeah, but he said he didn't say I was disabled. But then he saw me in the wheelchair getting out, and he had the cane. He's, "Oh no, you can come in."
He
So
thought
he
you had
just let
like
me in.
cancer or something. He saw that moment and he's like, I cannot stop this. This is a miracle.
He has a degenerative bone disease.
Yeah.
And this poor guy, like, his brain is being infested. And
This
he
is
wants to do
make
story
his
time.
make a wish
Put him-
day. You
Yeah,
know, you
put him
can't
in,
stop
dude.
it. That's hilarious. He slotted you in, dude. Huh?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what it was.
Well, I was gonna say you were
Yeah.
telling me about those big girls who do reviews for their,
Yeah,
clientele, their followers, and it started making me think of something I was talking about earlier today. So I think, and this is a potentially a new segment, but I'm just gonna kind of go for it today. That's it's called 30s reviews. So I think like these people are reviewing Disney seats for other people to see if people as large as them can sit somewhere. So I'm gonna start doing reviews of things for other people in their 30s. They're getting old and times are changing, and it's okay. Like
Yeah.
we are looking for different things now than we were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So anyways, here it goes. So I went
Do
to
it.
a concert yesterday. Have you heard of a band called Wolfpack?
No.
No. Well, anyways, they're this band that my girlfriend really likes, and they're pretty cool. I've listened to them. I have a couple of their songs added on Spotify or whatever. But she was like really pumped for this show. Her cousins back home love this. Like, their bass player is a freaking god. Like, it was cool. Actually, you might like them. I was thinking, like, after I left the show, and there's a story, but it's just a random thought. It's like a lot of their music kind of sounds like a theme song for like a 90s sitcom show. That's what I feel like a lot of theirs, or they sound almost musical, but I feel like there's a sax and it all sounds really rich and like just like feel good. And I'm like, dude, Mark would probably love this. Like, I feel like it's time to sit on the couch and like get together and listen to Wolfpack, But anyways, so we went to this show. It was at the Hollywood Palladium. Have you ever been there?
I feel like I have been, but like I can't 100% confirm.
Hard to picture.
But-
There's so many venues, right? And it's like, it's got a big, long, tall sign at the front that says Palladium. You get inside, and it's like a big circle with wood floor, but then there's like a mezzanine atop that goes all around. And so the last time I was there, I saw Mac DeMarco, and I liked the place, but I was like 24, and I was liking it for different reasons. So this time, like, I was so happy. I cannot tell you how happy I was that there was like space to just stretch out. Like, I was not cramped like a sardine. I was there. I could turn around. I could like dance if I wanted to. I didn't, but I could. There was also really good AC. I found a spot where there was an AC vent just coming down on me. I was wearing a flannel. Never had to take it off. Didn't sweat, not even once, dude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was so comfortable at the show, and I'm like, this is where I want to go to shows moving forward, dude, because this is like a 30-year-old approved venue. The AC's good. There's a lot of space, dude. It felt really good. Also, they have a parking lot right behind the venue. I parked right there. I walked to my car. It took me 20 seconds to leave. I'm like, this is like a grade A venue, dude. Doesn't get better than this.
Let's say, see, these are all fair points of a review because we are getting older, and at some point, it's some things start to matter. Some things start to
Yes.
matter, which is AC and parking. Which is my question for you, which is, what is your what is your stance on parking, especially when it comes to events or concerts?
I mean,
Do you take the closest parking? Like,
no. Well, I like to circle around and find a lot that's like $20.
mhm.
We just pulled in because we were like kind of getting, they were going to start very soon and we didn't want to circle around. So the lot there was a little more expensive. It was $30 to park there, but I'm like, it's literally right there. Like it's right next to the line. So we just went for it. We split the parking. I usually drive. I tend to drive places instead of Ubering because I'm cheap and I'll find parking somewhere and walk a couple blocks. But this time we went for the executive parking. It's nothing like the Hollywood Bowl or something like that, though. Those are like 60, $70 to park. It's like,
Mhm.
they have these like baller valet lots. Like, no, 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 no. I don't want that. That's a little much.
Yeah, because parking is expensive here in Los Angeles in general, but when you tack on this is at the Hollywood Bowl or it's at the Staples Center, now it's crypto, you start to get really sandboxed, and you have to kind of what is your level of entry, which
Mm-hmm.
is, are you willing to pay the $80 to $100 for standard parking,
That's
or do
ridiculous.
you jump into the void, into the great unknown, and you start to look for parking in those lots for like $20, and you kind of, and if you don't know the area, you're just kind of head on a swivel.
Just
You're
taking a
good luck.
shot. Yeah,
Hmm.
man. This area around the Palladium really didn't see, I didn't see that many parking lots. Like, cause sometimes there's just lots everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there's like a $20, and there's those small
Hmm.
skinny ones and it's fine. Um, like around a hotel cafe, there's like, I feel like there's multiple parking lots. Like when we've met there before, we're all going different directions and it's fine. This
Hmm.
place, I didn't really see too much. I didn't see too much. Third Eye Portal says they saw Corn there. That's pretty cool. That would have been a fun show. I was packed in there for that show. So maybe it's just different. These guys are pretty popular though. So I'm like, I don't know. And the last time I saw Mac DeMarco, and he's also pretty popular. So it's like,
Hmm.
I think the Palladium just got more space than people, or I don't know what it is, but
I am
something
so
about that, I like that.
I am so fucking stupid. I know where the Palladium is. I've never been there. It took
Oh,
me a minute. Yeah.
yeah. It's like people go there. It's popular. Um,
So your 30-year-old plus review is based on the fact that they didn't sell out the Palladium.
I love that, dude. I love that because everywhere you go, it's like
Hmm.
full corporate bullshit. Capitalist, sell every space, sell more than you can, and they'll figure it out. There's a line for everything. I didn't have to wait to buy my liquid death, dude. I just walked right up and bought it, and the audio was pretty good too. It wasn't too loud. I feel like this show was made for like me, and even the
But
people that were there were also. I didn't feel out of place. I did dress like a little bit, like try to be hip a little bit,
yeah.
but like I didn't feel like there was like old people there. There wasn't a bunch of like young people looking at me funny or like I didn't feel like an old man there. I felt very at home and welcome, and I feel like that's what 32-year-old people want. Is what my
Yeah.
experience was at the Palladium yesterday. So I'm just saying.
It's probably their band. You
It's
didn't
a
have to
it's a
go
bit of
in
the
there.
band too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit like you didn't have to go there and like, hey guys, do you want to watch me whip? You didn't
Yeah.
have to do that.
No,
You
like
just
if it was like
showed up.
a, Chapel Rowan show or something, I'd have been very out of place, right?
Yeah.
But not here. It was
Well,
it's
good for
like
you.
some fuddy duddies.
Good for you. In
Thank
the
you.
chat, the Hollywood Bowl parking. We have someone who will pay 50 to $100 at the Hollywood Bowl for the convenience of
Wow.
parking. Time is money, and I ain't wasting time trying to get out of those parking lots.
Look at that. See, we got a
Mhm.
baller in the chat. When I go to the Hollywood Bowl, I take the shuttle. I park somewhere else and they drive me in on a bus and it takes 30 minutes, but it's like $12. So I'm like, I got
I hear
time.
I hear the shuttle is actually one of the best ways to go.
It's really not bad. Yeah. But it's like, hey. To each their own.
Because you have all these different places to go. I can just park at the zoo and just get in and get out. Like, that's easy.
There's one on Ventura Boulevard. It's like 5 minutes from my apartment. So I would just hop on there, and it's like, there's a great parking lot. You get right in and out. You know, you got to get on a bus. But being on a bus is kind of fun when it's normal people that are all going the same place that you have to pay to get into. You know what I mean? Like, when there's a barrier to entry, like these tickets all cost $50 minimum. You're not getting any like crazy homeless dudes on the bus. So in that case, it's great. But, you know.
If I ever do the bowl again, I want to take the bus from LA Zoo.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I think that's like actually pretty chill.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So anyway, that is the end of my 30-year-old review, 30s reviews for the Hollywood Palladium / Vulpec. Audio's good, AC's good, plenty of places to stand. Parking is great also. So those are I feel like that's like the trifecta, you know?
You got to make sure that are the exit signs well lit.
I found my way, and they had multiple exits. They had one to the front, one to the parking lot. I was like, dude, they think of everything. Also, they open separate exits in the parking lot when you leave. So there was like, you only go in one way, but when you leave, you can leave a bunch of ways. There was no traffic getting out of the parking lot. I'm like, this is perfection, you know? Anyways, I'm going to stop now because, you know, I don't want to talk about this all day, but seriously, 5 out of 5, like very, really great. Seriously. So good.
Dude.
Yeah.
The fire warden would be pleased about this.
Truly. Like, I bet you they're up to code.
I have no budget on things that make my life easier. I deadass just paid $166 for parking at LAX.
Dude, LAX is fucked up, man. You know when we went to that job fair? It was at a Hilton near LAX, and there's like nowhere to park. So you have to pay for parking, and the parking at the hotel is $50, dude. To go to the job fair where you're looking for a job. I'm like, this shit should be in the middle of an empty parking lot somewhere that you don't have to pay. Like, why is it at an airport hotel? And it's crazy. Like, I could not believe that the parking was $50. I said, we're leaving. We're going somewhere else. And I found another parking spot. I couldn't do it out of principle, dude. Maybe I'm a cheap bastard. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you had someone pay $166 for parking at LAX. I'm assuming that's you leave your car overnight or two in LAX.
Yeah, that's true. If you're going away for a while, that's okay.
Yeah, because you do the math, right? Because then, what does your Uber cost versus being dropped off? And I get it, because I appreciate people being frugal, counting how much they're spending.
Yeah,
but not at the cost of all right, my dad's a great guy.
Good start. Okay,
he's a great guy. He's the kind of guy that would drive across the town to save 10 cents a gallon on gas. At that point, you're not saving any money. You're
wasting time.
You're being frugal to the point where it's actually not helpful at all.
Frugal to a fault.
So I feel like that's a thing too. So don't do that.
No, there's a line. There's a gray area there. You got to stay in there. 168 for 4 nights is not bad though. No, that's totally true. If it's 4 nights, it's safe. That's from the chat. I'm getting these numbers. Not that bad. It's a different circumstance,
that you should collaborate with the plus size Disney influencers.
I want to. I would totally do that. If they want to put one of my 30s reviews on their page, I'll even do a big 30s review. You know what I mean? I will cross-pollinate the content. I'm down.
I guess, dude. I mean, part of me asks myself why. Why did this happen to me? Again, back to the injury, right? I'm playing basketball.
Yeah.
And I watch these influencers waddle their way through, and their Achilles are just fine. It was just my time. It was just my time for my body to go.
I think,
which you can't be a little salty. You can't help but be a little salty because I could argue that it was in probably one of the better shapes eras of my life.
You're in good shape right now. Yeah. It's just like,
And I watch people say, and this is gonna sound super fucking mean, so
let her rip, dude.
bear with me, transcribers. But when your premise of your page is, can we physically sit here to eat, and
Right.
as the barrier to get into this place, I'm just like, what happened, dude? Why me?
But they're
You just
probably going to get a heart attack or something,
Yeah, I guess, but like,
Maybe. We have to keep an eye on them. Because it could be anything. Everybody gets something, right? So it's like, hey, you busted your Achilles now, but you'll be good for
yeah.
a while because that's like your karma. It's flowing. You took a hit. You took
Maybe.
one for the
Yeah.
team. You know. I think everybody's gonna get something. So you get yours out of the way. You get your training up. But I can understand why it feels bad. It's like, why me, God?
You're just watching that, dude.
God has a
Like,
fucked up sense of humor. I think too, if you believe in that. It's like
yeah.
it's weird. It's dark.
God, are you there? It's me, Margaret. That's a,
Why?
that's a book. See, your boy's educated like that, dude.
You read? Yeah, clearly.
Can you tell me why bachelorette party is in the notes?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, please.
So okay, so I got a friend. She's getting married next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're super tight. We've been friends for a very long time. And she's like, dude, she came to me and she says, look, you're like one of my best friends, and I'm getting married, and I want you to be part of my wedding. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want me to do? Am I a flower girl, or what am I doing? She says, you're gonna be a bridesman. So do you know what this means, a bridesman?
I can tell you what that means because I have been one.
Have you really?
I have been, yeah.
Wow, that actually makes me feel so good that I can talk with somebody about this because nobody understands. So
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
yeah, so it's like she wants me to be in her wedding on her side of the thing, and I'm just gonna be a dude in a suit up there, just
Yeah.
with the rest of the ladies supporting her. And I actually thought it would be kind of fun. Like, I have no issues with it. I don't think it's like gay or whatever. Like, I don't care, right? None of that bothers me.
Okay.
But I did get invited to the bachelorette party. So
Okay.
that's the only thing that I don't really know what to do about, because like I'm down to get a pink suit or whatever it is. It's probably not even pink knowing her. It's probably something more mellow. And being up there, I love weddings. Like I'm gonna have so much fun. But I just don't know if it's appropriate for me to go to the bachelorette party. I feel like I'm behind enemy lines there,
Okay.
Did you go?
I did go.
Okay.
So the question first is, where is the party going to be at?
I forget. It's either Arizona or like New Mexico, which is also an issue with like getting a flight, and like the date's probably gonna work, but it's also like, I mean, you gotta get a room, and there's kind of more to it. But it's, with that separated, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. The bachelorette party I went to was in Vegas.
Dope.
And it was the perfect place to be. One, because I love Vegas, but two, there's so many things you could do outside of what the bachelorette party wants to do.
Yeah.
That it's like, okay, and like, I think you have to have a clear distinction of what you should be a part of, what you shouldn't be a part of, because I
Yeah.
think by design, like, you're going to be a little bit trepid and be like, I don't know, like, either you're going to be invited to everything, or maybe there's going to be some things that are only for girls and you can link up with them later. My recommendation would be get your own place
Yeah.
and do a majority of the things, but not everything.
My understanding is it's at one of these, like, how they have those like nice hotel resorts like in the middle of the desert. So like,
Yeah.
you go out, they have like conferences, same thing too. You go out there, you just chill. It's like
Yeah.
you're just like on vacation kind of, but like it's in the middle of some random state. And so it's probably gonna be chill. Like, I bet you they're gonna do like some spa stuff, maybe massage stuff, just chill and have drinks. Like, I don't know if there's like I don't think they're gonna have a bunch of like dick shaped Jello shots and like cookies and stuff. Like, I don't really
There
think
will
they're
be.
gonna do that.
There will be.
And if there are, that's not even that. I don't even have a problem with that. But I
You
just
got-
don't
you-
know. Like, I don't
you-
know.
You have to one up them and say, look how big I can go.
Yeah, how many of these
Yeah.
can I fit in my mouth at
Yeah.
the same time? I see.
You have to let them know that what your boy's about, which is
I gotta be alpha.
and like, it'll be a fun time, dude. Like
I think
I
so
don't think
too.
you'll regret going, but honestly, like I think as long as you get your own room, you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, and she's like, hey, you can bring your girlfriend too. That way you have like someone to, crash with, and
Hmm.
she'll have fun. And she likes her too, so she's like, you guys just both come along. So I think we're gonna do it. It's just, yeah, I was telling my barber about this, and he's like, dude, you have the randomest things to tell me every time you come in. It was actually kind of funny. Like, my barber, I think I've talked to you about this. Like, I talk to my barber a lot,
Yeah.
and he's like kind of younger than me, but he's cool. He's like 26 or something. I almost gonna call him a
Hmm.
kid. He's a cool guy. Um, and I always go in there and just like rattle off whatever's on my mind, and everybody's listening, and I think they all think I'm annoying because I just go in there and just talk like he's my therapist, and I don't care because
Yeah. Hmm.
this is like a closed space, the barbershop. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, go ahead, and he's laughing. But he told
Hmm.
me today, or not yet. He told me yesterday when I got a haircut. He said, I always get happy when I see you on my calendar because you have the funniest stories. And I was like, wow. I felt like genuine approval and like validation. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool, man. I'm
Hmm.
going to tell you even more random shit now, dude, because you just said that. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I go to my barber. That's all. I always have random thoughts too, and we just start talking about random shit,
Yeah.
and we start because we're both from LA. We start talking about LA eateries and different places, and is this place cool or is this place not cool? And
Yeah.
it becomes barbershop talk, and people are listening, and
It
people will
is.
start chiming in.
No one ever chimes in with my
No one
stuff. And I'm
chimes in.
talking loud enough that they could,
Uh
but
huh.
I think there's like a layer of like coolness at my barbershop where I get along with my barber very well and we shoot the shit and they're all listening, but I think they're all pretending like they're not listening. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I literally don't care. I'm talking loud enough for anybody to jump in here. Like, is it weird that I'm going to be a groom bridesman?
Yeah.
Anybody can jump in, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dude, that's I was a bridesman, and it was great times, dude. It was a great time. And the wedding,
People are asking to see my haircut in the chat, so I'm just doing this. I've been wearing a hat all day, but
yeah, I
it's
was
the clean sides. That's the important part.
so like just
Anyways,
do
go
it.
on.
Like you should do it. You'll have no regrets. If this person is a friend, you should do it.
She's a dear friend of mine. We go way back,
Hmm.
like 15, 16, something like that.
And you can
Real
show them.
fun.
You can show all the girls what that mouth do, according to Steph.
Exactly. Steph, I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it. Even with my girlfriend there, I'm going to show them what that mouth do, dude.
and
Don't care.
you can have your nipple tassels on deck because maybe Ollie will let you borrow them.
Hey, send them my way. That'll be a real surprise. They're not ready for that, dude. So we'll see.
You gotta let them know you're about that life, right?
I think that'll break the ice
Mm-hmm.
with tassels.
Well, that makes me happy.
Okay.
You got the seal of, so the barber thinks you're a chill dude then.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Mhm.
He's cool. I was telling him about buying glasses. I was telling him about the Bachelorette, work, like just whatever. And he's like a good soundboard. I ask him how he's doing. He's like, just chilling, hanging out with my girl. That's it. That's all he ever says. But he's a fun guy. I can tell he's cool.
Mm.
He'll get there.
Well, I've been doing the whole why me recently, right? Like, like why me? I was reading a story and I said, well, at least this wasn't me. Man stabbed himself to death separating frozen burgers. And this kind of resonates with me. A man died in a kitchen mishap after accidentally stabbing himself while trying to separate frozen burgers with a knife, a coroner has concluded. It took police more than a month after Barry Griffiths died to seal off his flat in Leandridod Wells after a post-mortem revealed that he died from a stab wound, during which time some evidence had been lost. An inquest at Pontypridd's Coroner's Court on Monday heard that the investigation later found there was no evidence that anyone else was involved in the death of the 57-year-old, whose body was found on July 4th, after he was missing for a week. So, area coroner Patricia Morgan concluded that Mr. Griffiths, who had restricted use of one arm following a stroke, most likely died from an accident while preparing frozen food for cooking. So,
It's a
if
shame.
frozen patties stuck together, and if you ever got frozen patties, they are
Pretty
essentially
stuck.
like stuck.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can do is use the knife. And if you're having one arm, I can only imagine he bear hugged it.
He was holding it against himself probably.
and
That
if you
sucks.
and right into the aorta.
You're done, dude. You can't lose that. And I think it's funny when you click on this article, they just have the pictures of like the frozen burger patties. Those are the burger patties. They have the
Those,
burger patties, and the next
yeah.
picture, his apartment building. It's like they got it, dude. They got it all.
I mean, if there's a way to go, I guess it would be like I love burgers, and then the other day was National Cheeseburger Day.
Dying in the name of cheeseburgers. I mean,
Like, I mean, if they're
it's patriotic.
preferably I'd die going out eating one, but like if I died by making myself one, I think if I died by making myself one, it would set off red flags with people who know me. Like, wait, he was cooking burgers. Like, he would have just gone out to get some, right?
Something's
Something's
wrong.
wrong here.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Call Liam Neeson. Something's happening.
Yeah, call Dexter or CSI or something because,
Yeah.
but like, there is a thing with avocado hand. You know avocado hand, right?
No.
Like when people are trying to jimmy open the avocado because there's a pit in the middle, they cut too deep and they'll cut their palm, and then it's just bad. And it's happened so many times from avocados. It's called avocado hand.
Dude, people are so bad at this. Let me look at this up. I have perfect form when I'm opening avocados. That's never happened to me.
Oh, dude,
I think
never
it's like
say never,
oh
bro.
wow, they go straight through. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
What
dude.
the fuck? No, you gotta go like this. You tap it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you tap it, and then it gets stuck on the knife, and you just pull it out. That's how you do it.
No, people will just go like. Go
No one
straight.
ever taught me that. I'm just Mexican.
Well, it's in your blood at that point.
Yeah, I looked at it. I'm just like, I know what to do. You know, true. Third eye portal. White people problems. So true, dude.
Yeah. It's just like Filipinos are cooking rice. We were like, oh, use 1 cup for every. It's like, nah, dude, you just use the measuring on your finger, and that's it.
Just stick a
You
finger
got-
in there. What are you talking about?
and that's how
Yeah.
you know if there's enough water. That's just the life hack.
Yeah. I measure my water for my rice. I read the instructions.
Yeah.
But we all have our own things, you know. I can make a guacamole just like with my eyes closed. It's great. Comes out good every time.
Well, that's this is the reason why I want to go to cooking class, is to learn how to use a knife, because I feel like yes, I can cut something
You're doing it
terribly,
wrong.
but it's
Yeah.
going to take me 40 minutes and it's not in unison and I'm not doing it right. But if I had like a good technique of how to cut vegetables, I would be so happy with myself. And that's the reason why I want to go to cooking class.
I watched a YouTube video that explained how to hold a knife. And he's like,
Knuckles in and
it's gonna feel weird. He was talking about just with your actual knife hand, not even the pinchy like thing. But he's like, yeah, it's gonna feel weird for a while, but like once you get used to it, it's great. And I started doing it. I was like, literally the next day, I was cutting like an onion or something. And I'm like, oh my god, it's working! Like it's so much better. I want to buy a nice knife, but it's on my list. But cooking class would be fun. I would actually be down to do that with you, like improv. Unless you want to go with Guatemalan, that's cool. But I'm just saying, be like a bro time.
Hey, we'll bring improv to the kitchen.
That's what I'm saying. We could be like making a thing together, and you'll say an ingredient, and I'll say yes, and then we'll just keep going back and forth until we have some diabolical mix of things.
And we'll do the eye contact. All right, I'm looking at you, and I'm throwing you the ball. Now you have to act like you're catching it. So Victor, go.
Cut it through the screen,
Yeah, dude, that was great, dude. That was improv.
dude.
Guys, I
Those are
don't know if
skills you don't forget, bro.
I don't know if you know what improv is, but like that was improv right there. The way that you caught the ball,
Live.
that was pretty good, dude.
It's called space work.
No, space work is when you are setting the stage.
What's it called when you do objects?
Oh,
We don't need
I
the
guess
definitions. It's fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't
it is
matter.
space work. It's like you take the broom, the top of the broom, and you start pushing along. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta work the broom. That's space work.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
Now I'm looking it up because I want to know what it's called. Anyways,
But yeah, I want to do knife. Like I want to learn how to use a knife. Like that's what I need to do.
we're gonna figure it out, dude. I have this YouTuber guy that I follow. I don't remember his name, but I know what he looks like. And he actually sent me some, didn't send me, but he put some links to recommendations for knives, and I believe him. I don't even think he's lying. And they have these like these Japanese knives. They go on sale. They're usually like $250, but if you get them at the right times, like $60. I'm like, I'm down. I'm gonna buy one of those. Anything is better if it's Japanese. Everybody knows. So It's gonna be a good
Sure.
knife. Yeah, we'll see.
Um, Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, not the $1 million man, doesn't believe in CTE.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
After Chris Benoit killed his wife Nancy, his son Daniel, and himself in 2007, WWE instituted a wellness policy, and Benoit's brain was studied for science. CTE started to become more researched in the world of sports, headed up by former pro wrestling Chris Nowinski. On Mr. McMahon's, Benoit's death was covered, and Nowinski discussed the effects of CTE, and Steve Austin gave his thoughts. I worked for a long time. I got dropped on my head on time. I got concussed. Other than that, I can't remember having too many concussions in the business of pro wrestling. My take on that has always been, if you were just wrestling and you got a bunch of concussions, you're probably doing something wrong. I'm not a CTE guy, just don't believe in it.
That
The
seems weird.
CTE, yeah. And they said, "Are you sure you don't believe in CTE?" Stone Cold said, "What?"
Right? He's like, I don't remember having too many concussions. Well, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me. Like, who knows? You know, he got scrambled. He got his brain scrambled.
Well, see, like I think part of it is true, which is in wrestling. I think everyone has this whole concept of like you have to dive through like burning tables in order for it to be wrestling, and it's like true wrestling. You don't really have to be dropped on your head a bunch of times unless you're doing it wrong, and I think that is a part of that. But when you say CTE doesn't exist, I'm like, I don't know, dude. I saw Chris Benoit. I saw
Aaron
who was
Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just because you don't personally have something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like, that seems like it's kind of a short-sighted point of view. You know, he knows.
I don't know.
You could look this up online. It's objective.
Well, like when your brain starts to become mush, yeah, I think then there's
It's hard to reason with these guys. Yeah, he's been slam dunked too many times or suplexed or whatever.
I just wanted us to do what.
That's
Because,
funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was my
Huh?
impression.
Yeah.
You know how when we were leaving Nolans on a Sunday, the city of Etouffee, we were leaving during the Saints game, and they were off, so there was a
was
lot
lit.
of traffic, right?
Yeah.
The next week that happened, the Cowboys were in town, and the Saints beat them, and it essentially turned into like a fucking parade. Did you see that?
I did not see that. I love sports fans that make parades after a random wins, though. Like, they're just so into it. Happy for them.
Yeah.
Maybe I speak too soon, though. What's the story?
Well, actually, this is a good one. You'll love this one. FEMA accidentally declares major disaster for Texas after Saints Cowboys game. FEMA says the email was accidentally sent out and was meant to be for training purposes only. This comes after the Saints beat the Cowboys 44-19. So essentially, FEMA, ironically enough, was the one who sent out a national emergency because the Saints put a whooping on the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
You know, when FEMA's jumping in, it's pretty bad, dude. I mean, it is a pretty big difference there. 40 burger.
That's a really good like shit talking. I love me a good shit talker.
Yeah.
I think it's an art. Do I have a sty here? I don't know what's on my eye, dude. But okay. But I love me a good shit talker. I think it's the best thing because shit talking is so fun to me, and when it's done right, and it's not the your wife is dead or like, but it's just being fucking a nuisance and annoying people and in a good burn. I love
Yeah.
that. And then FEMA ironically was handing out the burn, a level 5 burn to Texas.
Yeah, get Texas some ice. It's pretty rough.
I mean, ironically enough, this is the first time FEMA showed up for New Orleans. That was a good political joke.
That was a burn.
Mark.
You just did. That's politics burn.
Dude. Oh
Hitting
man,
them, dude.
burns, don't it? Transcribers are like, oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Transcriber's on fire today, dude. We've been saying some things.
Like, oh, that was political.
Asterisks,
wonder-
little notes.
I wonder how they're gonna translate.
We're gonna see, dude.
We're gonna find out. Honestly, I think sharing the transcriptions of the podcast are going to be my new favorite thing.
I just saw that today and I thought that was hilarious. I like it. And little highlights too. You circle things, the fun parts for people so that they know.
Well, that was me doing Tourette's and just starting yelling random words, and it just worked out.
Yeah, it picks up everything.
Sex.
I say it, as in it's a person. It's an intern.
It's an intern. Like, we said Bangladesh, but I feel like there's multiple interns. It's Live and Talk in LA. We have like a huge widespread because again, last week we had 283 downloads.
We got a very diverse squad of transcribers.
I'm proud of them. I want the transcribers to know you're doing a great job.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, dude.
Penis.
Fart nugget. Yeah, like I just want you to know you're doing a great job, transcribers. I'm really proud of that. It's not an easy job. Not everyone wants it, but you're doing it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Did I tell you I got the new iPhone?
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Is that why there was a note at the top? Because I wrote in the notes last time that nobody wanted it.
Well, I got
it. You did it. So how is it?
It's faster. It has a better battery life because I'm at home all the time, and there's a cool camera button that if it's kind of like it's like the actual shutter button of a camera, and then if you do a light press, it'll focus.
Oh, interesting. So it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Other
cool.
than that, I've been at home all day, dude. I just read about things, and I'm like, oh, I guess that eventually I'll get to it.
Pretty soon you're gonna be like those Redditors who just like nothing is real, nothing actually happens. They got a little anecdote. Well, they have all the they see all the reposts of the same stuff all the time, so they just have the top comment just like in their brain ready to go to pretend that it's theirs. You're gonna see some video of something, and you're gonna say, oh, actually, and hit us with that top comment, baby. You can do it.
That's life, man. I don't know. I got a new phone and everything. That's where
Did you get a case? What the
No,
fuck, dude?
When would you get a case, dude?
That's when I know you're officially have got old. When you finally have a case on your phone, you're recognizing the threat that is everywhere.
You don't put bumper stickers on a nice car. You don't go ahead and you don't fuck up the model, dude.
Every time you put that phone in someone's hand in New Orleans and ask them to take a picture of us, they're all like, "What the fuck? No case?" And I'm like, "I know." Is everybody seeing this?
Well, I mean, that's a good
You're bold.
question at the end for everyone is like, do you have a case on your phone? I think I'm the only person, and like everyone I know has a case on it except for me. I'm the only one.
Yeah, I think you use that as like a badge of honor. You like having no case.
Well, okay. I'm trying my best to not stretch out my pockets. Because my jeans aren't skinny jeans, but they're a little bit fitted, and you can only put so many things in your pocket.
You don't like that jean fade?
When you have a case to it, it's too much.
Yeah.
In the iPhone 4S, do you remember that phone?
Yes.
When Siri first came out?
It's the best.
Apple had this, and I loved it, and I wish they still did it, was the bumper. Do you remember just the bumper?
Mm-hmm.
It literally covered the edges of the phone. I had that. That was my case, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. I paid $29 for something that was made in 7 cents and in Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
And it was the ultimate. You could not like less is more, and I love that, and that's how I want it. That's how it should be. So to have it in just the bare essence of just the phone, that's how it should be. It's chef's kiss, baby.
Maybe they'll bring it back, dude. You should write a letter to somebody. Or start, better yet, make them yourself and start selling them. There's people like you that want them.
I'm done, dude.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It's caseless, dude. That's life.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You're done.
Well, I think that's a good place to end for the for the podcast.
Yeah.
Really quick. Next week we're gonna do a show at 7 p.m. start time,
Yes.
and we're gonna have a guest.
Special
We're gonna
guest.
E from Some Assembly Required joining us. We're gonna have a good old time,
She's a
right?
hoot. It's gonna be great.
She's a hoot. She'll meet our interns. She'll meet you guys. You'll meet her again.
She'll have her own little
E,
window.
yeah, E from Some Assembly Required. If you want to get caught up, listen to Some Assembly Required. I was on that show.
Should I tell them where they can find us?
Absolutely,
I hear the
dude.
music coming on. I'm getting nervous. I'm
Yeah.
running out of time. All right, you guys. We are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live streaming every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Asterisk next week at 7. You just heard that here on YouTube and Twitch. We drop the podcast wherever you get your podcast. That's every Friday, so check it out. And finally, give us a follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, To Live and Talk LA. Show us some love, guys. Thanks.
All right, dudes. If you're here, we're gonna do a little bit of pillow talk, and then we'll see you guys next week, 7 p.m.
Sam.
All right. All right, 7 p.m. Let's get it, guys. Peace. Oh, look at that, dude. Another episode down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
We
tell
have
you,
a
man,
guest
this
next
Red
week.
Bull is not doing it like last week.
It's because it's not Demi Moore's.
I mean, it also is from the same batch as her, but it's just like
Yeah.
I think like Red Bulls where I think they stick with me for a long time, and it's like the last one I hadn't had a Red Bull in weeks. Now this is like I just had one the other day, and it doesn't work the same. You know, I was gassed up last week.
I don't know. I got a text from Tony right now. It's like a link to a bumper. I don't want it, dude. I don't. There is no need for a case on a phone.
I'm not gonna try and fix you, dude, but
Okay, but do you really think there's a need for a case?
I think it helps. Yeah, I think my phone, like the back of my case, is like scratched up and stuff, and I think if that wasn't my case, then it would be my phone.
Can you scratch titanium? I don't think so. I
think
wish
you
the phones were
can.
still made. I wish the phones were still made out of aluminum because it was the way they used to say it in Apple. Aluminium.
Aluminium. It's a
Aluminium.
titanium phone. Is that real?
It's titanium.
I didn't know that. You're saying like, yeah, hello. I don't
Duh,
know. What the fuck
obviously.
is- Who knew that?
Obviously, dude. Or, I was gonna do this on the show, but we ran out of time. Are you a good gift giver?
I'm so bad at giving gifts, dude. I never know what
Are
to get
you?
people.
I feel like I thought you were a good gift giver.
I don't know. I try. When I get a good gift, I'm the best gift giver because I'm so into it and I wrap gifts very, very well. But I just
Okay.
get like, I don't know what to get people anymore. It's because my family is hard to shop for.
Okay, so like you have a hard time.
I have a
getting
hard
gifts.
time. I want to give them the best gift, and it's hard sometimes. And I feel like some people are just like, "Those get you a sweater," and when I receive that sweater, I'm so happy. But I feel like when I give someone something, I want it to be like fucking the best, and it's hard to do that. You know?
Do you want them to cry?
No, I don't want to like it that much. I don't like when people cry. I don't know what to do.
I asked this because tell me if you think this is a good gift or a bad gift. Catherine Zeta-Jones strips down to wish hubby Michael Douglas a happy birthday, running out of gift ideas. Catherine Zeta-Jones joked that Douglas' gift was either going to be the racy picture or golf balls. Catherine Zeta-Jones decided to ring in husband Michael Douglas' birthday in the buff this year. The couple wished each other a happy birthday in a series of Instagram posts on their shared September 25th birthday. But one of Zeta-Jones' posts stole the show, a racy portrait of the actress staring at herself in the bathroom mirror wearing only a strappy pair of high heels. So, Catherine Zeta-Jones
Okay.
sending a racy, I'll put racy in quotes because you can kind of argue it's artsy. That's her gift to her husband.
The gift was the photo that was posted to Instagram, or did we just get a glimpse on Instagram and there's juicier stuff sent to him directly?
It is implied, how I read it, I should say, is that's the gift.
I think that's kind of weak. I think it's weak. Well, and here's the thing. Like, okay, nudes are cool or whatever. Like, racy pictures are cool, but it's like, I see it every day. Like, I don't really get it. You know? I don't know. Is that weird?
No, I like. Hey, look, dude. This is
that gay?
this is the topic. Like, is it because that's the thing. It's like if you can get it any day, is it a gift?
No. And,
So it's
and
not a
that's
good
nothing against her body or her looks or whatever. You'd be like, babe, you look great.
Yeah.
You know I think you're hot. But
No.
it's like, I don't know. I would have liked a sweater. You know,
Yeah.
both
Well,
or both.
but that's the thing. It's like it's Catherine Zeta-Jones, which we all know Catherine Zeta-Jones, and
Yeah,
like if it was if it if Catherine Zeta-Jones DM'd that to me in my birthday, best gift ever, right?
yeah,
But because you've been with Michael Douglas forever and you share the same birthday and that's your gift, is the gift for Michael Douglas or is it for yourself because you're Captain Zeta Jones? I don't know. I don't read it as this being a gift for him.
yeah. I feel like it's bait. It's like, hey, what do you think about this? And his response is a test, you know. And I don't know if he passed, dude. But she put it on
Well,
Instagram, so that makes it really weird. That makes it weird because then it's like, who is this even for? I don't know. Don't
Douglas
be sending
responded.
me something you're posting to the whole world.
Yeah. Douglas responded in tamer fashion with a tasteful headshot of his wife of 24 years in full glam, which he captured, "To my birthday, sister, I love you with all my heart. May your new year be the best." I don't like that he called her the birthday sister.
I'm looking up the photo. I'm in the photo right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty racy. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I did see it.
It's actually a pretty nice picture, but everybody can see it. I'm looking at it. I should not be able to enjoy this. What the hell? Ah, it's all white. You can't see it. I'll try to show the
Yeah.
chat. It's too hard.
Well, in the chat it says she needs to be using them golf balls in the picture. Pop them out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next time I do 6.
Wow. Dude, I used to have such a crush on Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I kind of forgot about her. I feel like she hasn't been in anything in a long time.
Well, she's like
Has she? Let me see.
she's been chilling, right?
Dude, yeah, I'm looking at a picture of her at 34, 44, and 54. I think I remembered her in her 30s. That's
Really?
what I recall.
I will always remember her in the scene. It's a scene from a movie where she's going through the lasers that are like alarms, and she's doing the splits through them.
Is it Ocean's 12?
It's not Ocean's 12,
She's in
man. I think
Ocean's 12. She's in a lot of
it's
Zorro.
it's a movie from the 90s. I think it's called like Entrapment or something. But that is iconic to me. Seared in my memory.
She's been a lot. She was in Ocean's 11 too. I didn't know that. And
Wait,
13.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was in 11?
I guess I have no recollection of her being in Ocean's 11, but she's credited on here, so I don't know. She was in Titanic. Am I getting fucking? What's going on right now?
Dude, you're like
I feel
you're
like
in
this
the
is
deep
like
web.
alternate world. Google results right now. Like this is like, I don't remember any of this stuff.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to look at this
Yeah.
anymore. It's scrambling my brains.
Yeah, I don't think she was in. Julia Roberts was
Yeah,
in.
she's the one. She's the one and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm confused.
Shohei Otani's historic 50th home run ball to be sold at auction with opening bid set at $500,000.
That's so crazy. Did you know that they escort them out when they catch those balls because they're worth so much money?
Well, that and they have to get it like certified too.
Yeah, there's like they do it on the spot because it's so like. I just got a text message that says, "Who do you think is hot?" Question mark. I think I'm in trouble. It's from my girlfriend. I don't know what I said. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. I said what?
Oh, dude! Welcome to the club of being text message during the show.
Yeah.
You saying something?
Getting busted, dude, live on Twitch. Yeah, that's crazy. Good for that person. Damn, I would take 500,000 for a baseball. Sure thing, dude. We don't even need to bid. You just sell it.
There was the 40 and 40 ball where that fan got essentially ran into the other fan and fucked up and didn't get the ball.
Dude. I saw another video of someone trying to catch his balls, dude. This guy's popular.
That's Shohei, dude.
Yeah, no, I know he's a big deal. I'm going to a Dodger game tomorrow. Maybe I'll catch one of his balls. And sell it for something. I don't know, whatever. $50.
Where are you sitting at though?
I don't know. My buddy got the tickets. He was gonna go with his dad, but his dad couldn't go, and he's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, okay. Why not? I have a Dodger jersey, and some khaki pants and some Chucks, dude. So I'm gonna just wear
Also
the
known,
full uniform.
also known as your Sunday's best.
That's right, dude. It's my Vato suit, dude. I'll never forget going to the Dodger game with our former employer, and like everybody was just wearing like business casual except for Keith, and I was wearing a Dodger jersey and like my like like cholo gear, dude. And I was just like going to the Dodger game looking like that, and I feel like, and everybody was like, "Oh wow, like look at you." I'm like, "Wait, what's happening? Why isn't everybody else dressed like this? What's am I felt weird,
My
you know?"
favorite thing about that was, do you remember how someone was dressed and they were wearing the sweater tied around their neck?
No. Oh, yeah, like
White
prep
dude,
style,
prep style,
right?
dude. It's like if you Googled lacrosse, it would be a picture of him that showed up
Yeah.
because like it was the oddest, like in a
Huh?
town,
Yeah.
in a time and in a town where you can wear whatever the fuck you want and no one even looks twice at you, right? For him to wear the sweater tied around his neck and like, like khaki shorts or something,
To a fucking Dodger game. What are you
like out,
doing?
like coming, it's like he came off of a yacht
Yeah, he just
and
stepped off the White Lotus set, dude.
he showed and it was, if someone if someone came dressed up in like dominatrix drag in like, goth mommy makeup and everything, I wouldn't even bat an eye.
No.
But because he came dressed like the fucking like, straight out of a Cranbrook, like that's where Papa Doc went to school,
Hmm.
aka Clarence, and Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. That's the people that he went to school with. Was that?
Yeah.
It
And not
was it
appropriate
was
for a Dodger game.
I would say that's highly more offensive than anything we all wore.
Yeah, I just felt out of place, but as soon as I got to the game, I was like, oh, okay, here's my people, dude.
Yeah.
What's up,
For the
locos?
for the Rasa, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, no Neil slander in the chat. Never would, dude. Never would. Neil's the man. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. It's funny. He told me, "Oh, it's October 26th." I was like, "Oh, it's kind of late, but okay." And then he texted me yesterday, "Hey, so the Dodger game tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh shit." You said I thought you meant October. So I'm just like I'm jumping a month in advance and going to the game tomorrow. But it'll be fun. Whatever. I haven't been in a while, so it's
Well,
cool.
good for you, dude, because time is running out because this is only game number 749.
I know, dude.
So
It's almost time for a new season, so we gotta get in there.
you got to
Check
get
it
in there
out.
because there's only 600 more games to go, dude. Be careful.
It's like I thank the Lord every day that there's more baseball, dude, because I just don't know when we're doing the season's over. It's just not enough.
Fucking true, dude.
So
Man.
I had a board game night the other day. I'm not gonna take too long on this story because nobody seems to care about it, but I'm gonna try it with you. I've
Okay.
told like 4 people. Nobody understands. Anyway, so I have this big nerdy board game. Takes like 8 hours, right? And it's the most fucking epic board game ever. Nothing feels as good as winning this game. Okay, but like nobody wants to play it. Nobody cares except for like my boys. And so I had them over on Saturday. One of them brought non-alcoholic beer. Have you ever drank non-alcoholic beer?
By accident.
That's the same here. 2 of them opened them and they're like, "Wow, these taste like really like light. It's not bad at all." And they're drinking and they're drinking and they're drinking. Eventually they realize it's fucking non-alcoholic beer. And it just looked like regular beer. He didn't know. He bought it at like 10 o'clock in the morning because we were starting early. Poor guy brought non-alcoholic beer and was just getting bashed the rest of the day, you know?
Good.
Yeah, no, again, right. Totally valid. Like, we made fun of him all fucking day. He didn't have anything to drink. He had to drink my stuff or whatever. And he left them there in my fridge. I don't know what to do with them. Anyways, the point is that I told the guys, get here at 10 for the board games so we can finish by, like, a reasonable time. And so we didn't start until like 11 because it always takes a little longer than usual. We took a break for Thai food. We were drinking the whole time, and we finished around 9:30. So it's a really long day. Okay. Let me tell you something though. It's like you think, oh, I was trying to invite some of the buddies who were out before that to come the next day, and they're like, man, it's too long. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But it's like, what do you not you don't want to have fun for 8 straight hours with your boys? Like, what are you, crazy? You know, everybody thinks it's terrible. The point is, anyway, this is the whole moral of the story, is that I won last time against all odds because I always get out to an early start, really far in advance, and then everybody starts trying to shake me down, bro. So last time I had 3 guys against me trying to beat me, and I won against all odds, and it felt really good. This time, same shit. I got out to 6 points. Everybody else had like 1, 2, and I was public enemy number 1 for like 4 hours, dude. I went to go pick up the Thai food. I left them at my house. And I said, you guys have fun. Chill here. I'll be back. I went to go get the Thai food. While I was gone, they were all colluding against me and making a plan to beat me together. And that's fucked up, dude. I'm hosting these guys at my house, and they're plotting against me while I'm away. And I still beat them, dude. So now I have 2 wins in a row. I'm going for a three-peat. October 19th is when it's going down again. I'm going to let you guys know on the pod if I win, because it sounds nerdy. I know nobody cares. You don't care, right? This is the next person I've told this story. Nobody cares. But the thing that's cool about it is, like, these are other dudes that are at my level of intelligence. I'm not like beating little kids. They're not dumb, you know? These are like full-grown men trying their fucking hardest for 8 hours. And I won, dude. And they all wasted their time. And that feels really good, you know?
Well, okay, look.
Feels good to beat people who are trying their best.
I want you to know, I always back a winner.
Thank you.
So if you're winning at a high level, I will always appreciate it. I'll always respect it. I want you to tell me.
And I can talk shit all month, dude, because it's not until October. So I'm just like living it up.
And that's where I want you to really go into your bag of shit talking.
Yeah. I've been sending them sunglasses emojis for no reason. And they know that just means, like, I'm fucking cooler than all of you guys. Yeah. Stunting, dude, you know?
Like, hey, one more of these, FEMA's got to get involved, dude.
Hey, for real.
Help is on the way.
They're going to send out another fucking email next month, dude, because to these
Joe
guys.
Biden, are you there? You need to send help.
Get to Palms right now. These guys are dead.
So if you can do that, then yes, I'm in. Like, I want that for you. If you're coming with the whole, like, I won and it was fun, like, no. I need you to be a dick.
Yes.
Okay.
I went for the money race, and I was just getting paid and just fucking fleecing people the whole time, and then they'd stop trading with me because I was kicking their ass so hard. I noticed we lost 4 of our viewers, so I'm gonna stop now. Done talking board games. I see Third Eye Pearl says TFTI, so you know what? We have 2 seats left. It's a 6-player max. I'll text you, bro. You can come through. It's called Twilight Imperium if you're interested.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
You're in, dude. You're in.
Make it happen, because you have another seat filler.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun with more people, and maybe Third Eye Portal won't hate me the whole time and try to destroy me for no reason, dude. Maybe he'll let me play. So that could be cool. I'm tired of having haters at the table.
Make it happen, dude.
Anyway, I saved this for Pillow Talk because it's, this is Pillow Talk material. So
okay,
that's it.
Well, hey,
update over.
All right. I'm gonna call Pillow Talk because your boy needs to get up. My foot hurts. So.
Are you just saying that, or you hate talking about board games? I don't have to talk about board games anymore, dude.
No, dude. I don't have a place. I'm supposed to be putting my foot up, and I put it down because I got that dog in me, dude.
Oh shit, dude, get that foot up, bro. Yeah.
No, like I don't have actually, I should have probably put my scooter here. That was the thing.
Well, okay, we can close it out then. That's cool, man.
All right. Well, streams. Holla at your boy.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate
We'll see you next week, and then